Yeah.
Yo, what up, guys? Just getting started on this turn signal idea. I kind of jumped the gun here. Well, first off, I had to trim out these little the places they give you to mount the turn signals. I had to trim all that out, and then I took some files and just kind of filed this down a little bit. I was gonna do it. I was gonna lay it in from the back, and then I got to looking at it, and I decided to try it to tape it up from the back and then do it from the front. I was gonna try to tape it in the front and lay it through the back, but I don't know. I went ahead and tried this. So I just took some 40 grit and I sanded all the way around it, gave it a good adhesion surface, and then I took a piece of aluminum foil, put it on the back, and then taped it on there and just kind of gave it the shape. And I don't know, I've never done fiberglass work before, so this is a first. I just took a piece of sheeting like that, whatever. I cut a big sheet of it, and then I mixed up my resin. Well, first off, I fit my sheet to it, and then I mixed up my resin. Just patted it down. Now I'm just letting it dry. So wish me luck. We'll see how it turns out. All right, coming back at you. A little messy, but not working too bad right now. This side's hardened up now. I don't know. I got too much of a dish in here. I might scuff this up after it dries a little better, and then I might lay like 3 or 4 like good sized strips in here to kind of build it up a little higher, so I'm not having like an inch of fucking Bondo right here. So that's my plan right now, because this shit is pretty thin. I didn't realize how thin it would lay down once the resin got on it. So I'll come back at you when I get this all scuffed up and I got some more strips laying down. Let me try to thicken this up. All right, guys, day 2. I just got done laying on a couple other layers. So as you can see, it's sitting all right now. I can deal with that. I might have to put a little more filler in there than I want, but I think it'll be all right. It don't look pretty, that's for sure, but it's coming out okay. I just got done scuffing up the back sides. I sanded it down with some 40 grit. I tried to get in there as good as I could, best I can. I can't get that fucking aluminum foil off there, so I'll try to work around it. Sorry. So basically I took it down with 40 grit, and then I just went over everything else with, just went back over it with this little red Scotch-Brite. So I'm about to do some fiberglass work on the back side of this, just to give it a little reinforcement, because it's pretty well reinforced in the front right now. I'm going to be sanding a lot of that off on the front though, so I want to make sure it's in there good. I did sand all this lip in here with 40 grit, so I mean it's pretty solid. So I'm not too worried about it, but I just want to reinforce it a little bit more. So I'm going to get some more fiberglass on there, and I'll cut you back on. All right, I laid down the backing. I didn't get this very well. Some of these areas have some bubbles. I tried to get all the bubbles out, but I guess I didn't get all of them out. Oh well. It's still holding on in places, so that's all that really matters. I definitely added a little bit of weight to this, but I can still pick the whole freaking bumper up with one arm, so it's still lighter than the original. So I think from here, while I'm at least working on this bumper, I'm going to go ahead and strengthen up these supports. This is the actual bumper mounting surface, and I don't like it. The supporting surface is weak, so I'm going to go ahead and take this, spend some time and work all this down on the bottom and the top, work it down, And I'm going to lay some more matting on this just to kind of give it a little more support. Because I don't know if y'all remember, but on the rear bumper, when I received it, one of the brackets was actually snapped off of it. So obviously this thing's going to get a lot of vibration rolling down the road, and I want to make sure it's nice and sturdy. So we're going to get it as good as we can. All right. Yeah, so we're going to get that as good as we can. Here's the other side. Put a few more air pockets in here. I didn't do a very good job on this, but I'm still a rookie. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing with this fiberglass shit. So you live and you learn, right? But all right, y'all. I'll cut you back on, and all right, guys, checking back in with you. So I already went ahead and threw some filler in on this side. I got it. I need to do a little more work to this, but sorry. This was the second side I did, so it was a little nicer than the first one. This one I had to kind of massage down. I don't know, I kind of fucked it up a little bit, but I tried to be as careful as I can. You can see in a few spots where I went down a little far, but I'll get some filler on it. I really messed this up because I had a big old glob of fucking resin in here. So I got out my little electric belt grinder, and really it took the resin down, but as you can see, it also kind of chunked up the fiberglass. So I'm gonna have to lay a little glaze in here when I'm done. But I'm about to lay the filler on this one. Just smooth it out just like I did on the other side, just to kind of make it good. And we'll get you back on when we got that set. All right, just thought I'd throw a quick one in the mix. So I got both sides all fillered out, and as you can see, it's turning out pretty good. Real good, actually. It's turning out better than I thought it would. I gotta add a little bit to this side because it's not quite, I don't know if you can tell, but it kind of dips in through here. So I'm gonna add a little bit more filler to this angle and try to get that angle a little better. But it's turning out pretty good right now. I couldn't be happier, honestly. So hopefully I'll be able to get these holes cut out tomorrow or this weekend, and I'm gonna finish working on this, and then hopefully I'll get these holes cut out, and I'm gonna do little finishing touches, and then I'm gonna try to get this thing in primer this weekend. All right, y'all. All right, guys. Checking back in. This thing's all done. It's now ready to be. I gotta cut the hole. Cut the holes for the turn signals, and then it's ready to be primered. I'm going to do a little more prep work to the holes, obviously. I'm going to try to roll them in just so it looks a little nicer. But yeah, this is all finished. This shit is baby smooth now. Looks good though. Looks real good. Try to get a shot down the... I don't know if that's really working out too well, but I mean, it looks good. Nice and smooth, nice and flat. Can't even tell there was giant holes there. All right, I'll cut you back. All right, guys, we're getting close to the end. I got my markers all, I got everything all measured out. I made a box. I centered. This was a very long process because you can't just measure from side to side. It's not, you don't really have a good spot. So what I did was I basically made the center line right here in the middle of the bumper where it crowns. I did have it marked, I don't anymore. And then I measured center line to here. I mean, I had set this side up first. So I wanted that side to match this side, obviously. So what I did was I set this side up first. I made this box. I kind of took my straight edge, and I just kind of ran it up to where it flattened, and that's where the bottom of my tape went on each side. Just kind of ran it up to where it was square. Then made the box. It's like 15 by, I don't remember, 2 5/8, I think. Yeah, 15 by 2 5/8. So then I took the length from here to here. I put the straight edge here. It's just my level, actually. Put my level here. Taped it down to where it was flat against this line of the tape. Taped it down, and then I measured the distance from here to here all the way across. And then I mimicked that over here, made that the same distance. Also, as well as my crown here to here, I mimicked that here. I took the crown from here to here. So that's all the same. This distance is all the same. The distance from the center of the bumper to this is all the same. And then from there, I did the same thing. I put my level here and then measured from here to here. So that distance is all the same on that side. And then from there, I copied this side, 15 inches by 2 5/8. I just made sure that this distance to this distance was 2 5/8. And then I measured 15 inches from here to here, made my tape. And then obviously, you know, you find the center of your box on each plane, find the center, which is the X. And then this box is the turn signal light. So then I measured from here to here, center, the turn signal 7.5 inches. So, you know, center to here, and then it's 1 inches tall. So then I just went 1 inch, so obviously half inch. And then obviously I've measured. Everything looks pretty good. This distance from here to here is good on each side. It's the same. The distance from here to the center of the bumper right here is the same on each side, and as well as the distance from this line to the top of the bumper, once again using my level. This is just the way I figured out to do this. I was gonna have my buddy come help me, but I decided, fuck it, I want to try it. I've done everything else, so I might as well give this a shot. And if I fuck it up, oh well, at least I tried. So this to here, same. From here to here, same on each side. And then there's not a real good way to figure this out because it rolls on the edge. So I basically just kind of held my tape measure and kind of eyeballed it as good as I could. It's pretty much the same. It was about 5.5 inches, I think. No, just a hair over 5 1/4. 5 1/4 from here to here, same as the other side. I don't know what else to do to get this thing any straighter, any more perfect than it already is. So I'm just gonna say fuck it. I'm about to start cutting. I just thought I'd let y'all know what I had to do here. And I might do another round of measuring. Like they say, measure 1,000 times before you cut once. They don't say that, but in this case I am. So, all right, I'll cut you back on when I get this thing cut up. All right, guys, there we go. Holes cut. Light's just sitting in there. I left a little room so that the light does adjust up and down, so I left a little room for adjustment so the light could tilt. Looks good though. About the only thing I wish I would have done is maybe put it up a little higher, but I like it. It looks pretty good. So there we go. I'll probably just cut this video segments all together and then try to get this up tonight, and I'll maybe shoot another video after I get it painted. I don't know when I'll get it shot and primer, but it'll probably be a couple days, maybe, I don't know, maybe this week or next weekend I'll try to get it in primer. Looking pretty good though. I gotta do a little fine tuning to it. It's still not quite as good as I want it, but it's also not quite sitting in there right. But yeah, look good. Looks real good. I'm happy with the way this turned out. So a little custom G-body. All right, y'all.